Hi, this is Timothy Jackson, and this is my video on Module 4 involving KESA. And the first question I would like to answer is my building or district a model institution, or is it just beginning? I determined based on interactions with my principal that we are transitioning. In relationships, relevance, responsive culture, and rigor, we are very much transitioning. We have things in the place, but we're not quite to the model yet. And for rigor, I'd like to go into it a little bit more because I can also talk a little bit more about the district. Basically, we have been putting together portfolios for students to have from 6th to 8th grade. However, this has kind of been a trial and error, and I will get into that a little bit later. The high school, and we only have one in my district, has been doing career cruising, so that's why we're still kind of transitioning, because the career cruising has been a bit of trial and error as well. Now, as far as my principal's leadership style is concerned, I believe he is transformational leadership style. The reason why is because he has a vision, and that's basically creating a positive culture in the school, and he communicates that vision to us and gets our input. And he's always asking for our input on how to improve the school. And when I have a problem or suggestion, he is very good about listening, and if he can take care of the problem, he'll take care of it right away. We have had a number of professional developments on the KESA standards where he asked our input on where we need to improve the school. So that shows that he's taking input from us. And we were the ones who came up with the idea of having a 6th to 8th grade portfolio to show growth for our students. Now, right now, it's not exactly where we want it to be, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And the 7th and 8th grade teams were also working on that particular project on that day, and when they saw what us, the 6th grade team, came up with, they're like, oh, do what 6th grade is doing. And administration agreed and decided to implement it. So areas of improvement for our school definitely falls into relationships. Basically, we are in the implementing category on that. In particular, communication with district staff, which is communication with staff through formal plan processes on a regular schedule and occurs at the building level. A lot of the people in my building do not feel that they have proper communication, and we kind of have this feeling that we're just putting out little fires. And so that's an area where we can improve. Engaging families with regards to standards, curriculum, and assessments is another way we can improve. At the beginning of the year, it's common practice during parent-teacher conferences for us to communicate to families the state assessment tests, but they don't really quite understand how the state assessment from last year is different from the grades they have now. And that's a common disconnect, a common example of how we are just not engaging the families. And we also don't have very good professional development in how to engage families. In my 4 years with my district, I can really only think of maybe 1 or 2 sessions in which we talked about engaging families. So what would I do? First, I would look to the school staff to see if anyone has something good to offer with properly engaging families, as well as suggestions on how to improve communication. And this corresponds with the standard 7E, which is professional community for teachers and staff, and develop it and support open, productive, caring, and trusting work in relationships among leaders, faculty, and staff to promote professional capacity and the improvement of practice. I would then work with the staff to create a professional development opportunity or opportunities for engaging families on these suggestions. And I would also check to see if there were research strategies to be applied here. And that would be standard 7H, which is encourage faculty-initiated improvement of programs and practices. Lastly, our professional development would set a standard for regularly keeping parents informed and educated about the school. And that would be standard 8C, which is meaningful engagement of families and community. Thank you. you for watching.